Thank you for finding time to come here. We do not take it for granted that you have decided to check us out. Now this is the story. Not very few years back, selling used to be very difficult, and Monday morning sales meetings were something dreaded by many salespeople and not loved at all. For the sales manager, Thursday management meetings could easily become their last day in office. Presenting to Exco, how this is the last time they are missing their sales target, and promising to find a miracle that would bring the sales numbers on track and squarely put the numbers in line for achievement of figures that could provide a bonus to be enjoyed by everybody in the company. When I was a sales rep, information was not commonplace. We had to get hold of a book called The Yellow Pages, check out names of companies that looked like they could buy our services, call them up on landlines since mobile telephony was something seen more in the movies than in real life. The landlines hardly worked, and when they did, they went to a receptionist who thought her work was to block any calls from reaching the decision makers. So we sent faxes and sent reminders until the prospects called us to save themselves from wasting more fax paper. Fax paper was not cheap those days. Before you could know it, the week was gone, and it is time to report again on Monday why you did not sell enough as promised. Sales was never a career to admire. I remember insurance sales in particular was feared by many as it was not a job for the faint-hearted, and it was strictly a commissions-based job. No retainer at all for you, and you moved around absolutely at your cost. What a time to be alive. Then came email and mobile phones, and things got better, but only slightly better. Then the smartphone revolution came, and the world of sales breathed a sigh of relief. A salesman did not have to carry a laptop everywhere he or she went. Social media was here. Meetings could now easily be scheduled over WhatsApp and Messenger. If you were lucky to know the phone number of the key decision maker of your prospect customer, you could send him or her short nudges that could land you a meeting. Sales, however, is a game of numbers, and not all customers are created equal. You still have to push those numbers and respect the law of probability, and as sure as the sun rises, the normal distribution curve keeps its tortoise shape. The frustrations of the salesman and his manager continued. The frustrations that came with the rejection of cold calling sent many young salespeople into depression. What makes it even more frustrating is the commonly emphasized adage that if you want to be a millionaire, you have to be good at selling something. Democratized advertising platforms like Facebook, Google Ads, Instagram, and TikTok have made it easier. You can now set a daily expenditure of $10 and narrow down on your specific customer profile, generate leads, and then follow them up. Easier said than done. This godsend opportunity requires skill. Otherwise, you will run a high bill with nothing to show for it. It is for this reason that many companies turn to agencies and pay huge bills every month so the agency can help them utilize these channels and generate a consistent flow of customers to them. With this background, our salesman and his manager can afford a smile but cannot sleep pretty. He cannot even play golf once a week because every time he tries to swing, he thinks of the next sales meeting and how stressful it is likely to be. The sales manager will also not sleep pretty. If his team is not performing, he will have to either fire them or get fired. We all know how long it takes to hire and train a good salesman and how important it is for the team members to know that this team has some humanity in it. When HR means human remains and not human resources, then the entire company is generally in trouble. Where there are problems, people keep looking for solutions, and so they kept looking. As the fourth industrial revolution kept unfolding, man discovered more and tried even more solutions. Artificial intelligence is now with us, and it has made a lot of strides towards making business and life generally better for mankind. For the salesman, it is making things even easier. While the Yellow Pages book I mentioned earlier is now back in the fore, it is a much easier Yellow Pages to work with. It is online, and it has information on a lot of customers. Other more creative databases like Google Maps have added to this good news. Millions of people on a daily basis, and without coercion, put up their names, contacts, and CVs onto a platform called LinkedIn every day for others to find out who they are and what they have done with the time God has given them on this earth. Reliable information is therefore everywhere, and anyone wanting to get the attention of anyone can easily do so. Sounds too good to be true? Of course. Because of the abundance of this information, it has become harder for the salesperson to figure out who among all these millions would be interested and capable of buying his products. How will he capture their attention? These people have a lot of people bombarding them with offers and all kinds of messaging. If you have been to a public transport bus park in Africa, you would understand what I am talking about. With AI, however, it is now easy to utilize tools that can scan the web, analyze tons of information, and using generative AI and large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity, it has become easier for the salesman to just send out inquiries and AI will obey. Life has never been better. There is a promise of even better things to come for the sales organization and any business that is in the business of finding and serving customers. At Fantasy Online, we have put together a number of AI-driven customer acquisition tools that will go out on the web, crawl through, find out who is likely to buy the stuff that you sell, categorize them into containers, research them, find out who they are, who the decision maker is, send out an inquiry, and engage them in conversations that will lead to a sale of your products and services. When the customer is ready to buy, this tool will send you an email, book a meeting for you with the customer, and send you meeting notes so that you understand the background of the meeting, what the customer wants, and what has so far been discussed. All that the salesman will then have to do is to show up and help the customer close the deal. This is consistently done without the AI business development tool calling in sick, tired, or depressed from the rejections of cold calls. So there you have it. We are promising you a tool that will do the donkey work for you in autopilot while you play golf or study more useful things. And when it is done, it sends you the prospect for you to close. All you have to do is to show up. The business will be happy as it will receive a consistent flow of new leads who have been warmed and are looking forward to buying from them. The sales manager will be happy as he will consistently surpass his revenue targets and will not have to fire members of his team. The salesman cannot be happier as he will not be cold calling, no rejections, and above all, no prospecting and running after customers. Customers will be running after him. The guys in finance and HR will be happier as they will have a business development rep for whom they are not paying pay-as-you-earn tax, no housing levy, no medical cover, no leave, no commissions, and no unions to deal with. Yet it performs and delivers more than 4 times the production of the company's best salesman. Now you have the information, you know where to find us and what we can do to help your business. What you do with this information is now entirely up to you.
Ouais,